She's sold 200 million records worldwide, recently finished the highest grossing tour by a black female artist, and not only holds the record for the most Grammy Award wins, but just broke the record for the most nominations in history with 99. Of course, we are talking about the one and only Beyoncé. And now she's the subject of an upcoming class at Yale University next semester. Joining us now is Professor Daphne Brooks, who will be teaching the course Beyoncé Makes History, Black Radical Tradition, Culture, Theory, and Politics Through Music. And Professor, thank you so much for joining us. Just want to start with the simple question, why Beyoncé?
Why Beyonce? Thank you for having me. Great to be here. She is the most intellectually provocative and historically minded artist of her international caliber over the past decade, I would argue. And one can see that really through her um, recordings at the level of the experimental album form, beginning in 2013. The fact that she was engaging Black feminisms with actual figures, who think through and theorize Black feminisms. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie famously appears on the self-titled album, but you could also think about the ways in which Lemonade is engaging with the scholarship of African American studies, the visual art of Carrie Mae Weems, the filmmaking of Julie Dash. You can think about the ways in which Renaissance is such a robust meditation on radical LGBTQIA subcultures. You could think about the ways in which Cowboy Carter is a meditation on the lingering dimensions of Jim Crow in the recording industry and beyond. In a way, Beyonce's music is a form of scholarship, and it also invites us to engage the wider scholarship about a whole range of issues that constitute the story of America.
This class is meant to use her music and performances to learn more about the thoughts of Black intellectuals like activists Frederick Douglass and Toni Morrison. What are some ways in which her work connects with those revered figures?
Yeah, thanks so much for that question. I think if you look at something like Lemonade, it really sits firmly in the midst of so many important debates and explorations in African American studies and American studies and scholarship in American history about what's often referred to as the afterlives of slavery. The ways in which, as Toni Morrison has suggested, as the scholar Sadia Hartman has suggested, that we are slavery's future, right? We constitute the makings of all that have come before us in American history. And so I've often taught Lemonade alongside Toni Morrison's masterpiece, Beloved, in order to think about the ways that the Lemonade itself is trying to think about the traumas of the long arm of slavery as it manifests itself in everyday African American life.
And how much interest has this class generated on the campus at Yale?
I would say a tsunami of excitement for the class. And that was true when I taught Black women in popular music culture, a survey of 100 years of African American women's genius and breakthroughs in popular music culture. And Beyonce was one of the central forces in that class. There was a lot of excitement then, and even more so now.
Professor Daphne Brooks, we thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.